What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? We are in the building right now. Sports Game Vision. I'm Hank. Starting a little bit later, but again, we're always going to be a show as long as we got this show scheduled. Friday nights, Sports Game Vision, Friday night show. Call this the A show. As if you're a wrestling fan, you know what that means. Friday Night Live. Um, I'm Hank in the building, and we are going to you already see what we're talking. Sorry, this is the other graphic here, talking about a little bit of NBA, NFL, boxing, and we are going to hit the banner and come back. We are back. We are back in the building. Shout out to everybody. Hope you had a great weekend, about to have a great weekend. Again, great sports week, great sports night. What we got going on tonight? Basketball is gonna go on tonight. You know, I'm a wrestling fan. Wrestling gonna go on, and of course, this weekend gonna be boxing, and we're gonna talk about that. Of course, we got more boxing coming up in a couple of months. Every month, this whole summer is gonna be crazy with great events for the boxing world. But yeah, we're gonna start it off real quick. We're gonna talk about one topic in particular. Hey, actually, let's just see what we got going on in the NBA because I love that sport right there. And right now we're gonna look at the brackets and see how everything's turning out. We see is the finals are right around the corner. Um, OKC and Dallas hopefully can go seven, like my guy did last night. I called him 84 Jordan. Shout out to KG. Boston wrapped it up. They're going to the conference finals, and they're just waiting on my other hometown. Hopefully, New York pulls it off tonight. As you can see, they will be facing Indy at 8:30. I'm gonna sit back and drink me something and eat something and watch this. Hopefully, the Knicks pull it on off and take it on home and be in the conference finals. First time in a long time. But yeah, hopefully, it be Boston in New York, and of course, we're looking at possibly Dallas, and I'm hoping Minnesota. So as you see here, my guy Anthony Edwards is tearing it up. Forced game 7 last night. He's the youngest besides Kobe and LeBron. Great company to be in, averaging this amount of points this young in the postseason. Man, going game 7, that's a feat right there against the defending champions. We'll see what it turns like. I believe it's Sunday is the game. Uh, Looks like maybe the future of the league, man. We'll see. We'll see if he takes the reins. We know there's not a lot of Americans as the futures of the league. So hopefully Ant Edwards takes that by the helm and really takes it by the league by storm after this year. But yeah, guys, short show today shouldn't be very, very long, but of course it's the A show for Sports Game Vision. Please, as you jump in the building, hit the like button, subscribe, notification, all that good stuff. It helps the channel grow. And we're going to jump right into another topic as we segue on. We're going to talk about a little bit of this. I didn't get to talk about it on the platform. I was hoping the guys would be here for this. Shout out to BA, Get Your Bars Up Media. Shout out to Seven Mitchell, Lakerland. Of course, my guy Cold. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make it, but this is a topic I wanted to chop it up with them about. Is your guy, Austin Rivers. I can take 30 NBA players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA. Do you guys really rock with that? Subscribe to that statement there. We're going to play a short clip so you can kind of hear it in its full context.
Where the best athletes in the world are, that's us. I can take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA.
Whoa. It's because you only allowed 5 on the court. Let's all relax.
It's because you get a break every play. All you got to do is catch the ball and run north or south.
Listen, our sport,
it ain't complex.
Our sport's better. Our sport's better because we would just create a position for one of you 5'2", 40 running 6'10" guys and just put them, can't get hit much, fragile. Yeah. All right. Little thin, very tall. We would just create a position because we got big brains in our sport.
Listen.
That's what we would do.
There's a reason why hip hop artists, when they rap, they compare themselves to ballers. They're not talking about footballers, they're talking about basketball players.
That's because they're not tough. And I'm a punter. This is me being a punter saying all these things.
There's a reason why all the girls that we get done with them, the NFL players usually end up dating them later. They come to us first, bro. We set the culture.
That's because you guys are getting worked over there. Yeah, you guys get worked over there a little bit, I think, from what I've learned from watching outside. But hey, to be clear, the NBA is the stars. We got face masks on. You guys are handsome. Right in front of everybody. 82 games, so it's a to-do. You guys provide. Hey, listen, NBA is a fantastic. Let's not get crazy though. About 30 guys could go in there.
I mean,
who's coming? Anthony Edwards.
Got 5.
Yeah, so as you see here, a lot of people been clapping back at Austin Rivers about his statements. JJ Watt, you don't got a job in either now. Go ahead and try that and try it. A lot of NFL players have been clapping back at Austin in his comments. I don't think he's too far base as far as guys being able to actually play in the NFL. There's already been guys that have transferred over. Antonio Gates played basketball, went to football. A couple other people have done it as well. But I'm sure there's stories of the NFL players also doing, not NFL, but at least football players going into the NBA. I'm sure like Charlie Ward, who, if you know, former Heisman Trophy winner, had at least a 10-year or so career in the NBA. So this definitely is based off of your talent. If you're talented enough, you'll be able to make it. As you see guys right here, everyone's saying LeBron or Zion and Jalen Suggs, or like a Russell Westbrook, Anthony Edwards, Giannis. Everybody's throwing these guys' name out there. And of course, NFL is a tough sport to transition in. It's about the skill set and the talent. You could be athletic and still not be able to make it. In my wrestling world, I remember Brock Lesnar tried out for the Minnesota Vikings and he didn't make it. And we know he's a beast athletically. So it's a very tough sport as well. But again, it just depends on the player, depends on the talent. Hakeem Olajuwon, I believe in basketball, he didn't start playing basketball till later on. Dennis Rodman didn't play to college. Who else? Ziggy Ansah played for my Detroit Lions. I don't think he picked up football until college. So it's all about the talent, who can pick up the skill set, can be coached up. But definitely there's going to be guys who can transfer to both. I don't know which one is easier. I've heard a lot of different professionals say it's easier to transfer to the NFL. I don't know how true that is, but definitely you have to be gifted athletically and also just have to be able to take the information and make it translate to the game. Again, you could be athletic and still not be able to play in the NFL. So vice versa for the NBA. So it's just based on the individual and, if they're able to adapt, basically. But yeah, shout out to Pat McAfee. That clip came from. He got the world on fire. Let me know what you think in the comment section. You think the NFL players can transfer to the NBA, or the NBA can transfer to the NFL easier? And as we transition on here, let's talk a little bit about sports games, but actually it's about boxing. We're going to transfer into boxing right now. I don't know if you guys have seen, this is about to come out. The game has been out for quite a while, Undisputed. It's been on PC in like beta mode. I don't PC game, but I've seen the renders and the gameplay. It looked very good. For the past, it's been out for like a year or so as far as on the PC, but it's now coming to PS5, Xbox. I believe it's around August or so, July, late July, August. But yeah, it looks really good. Go check it out. They got the the pre-cut video of the gameplay. Looks pretty good. Everyone's saying, people that in the boxing community that I watch play it, enjoy it. And of course, I announced last week that EA is reviving Fight Night. So they're trying to go against Undisputed because it's getting a lot of press and buzz. So I guess the EA said, hey, I want to get into this bag as well, make a little bit of this boxing money. But yeah, Fight Night was a great game too. Undisputed, again, they say it's a very good game. So I'm going to definitely probably check it out once it becomes on the Xbox PS5 version and see how I like it from there. But yeah, the renders look pretty good. Go check it out. It's on all the socials and in the internet right now. But as we keep it with boxing, we are 1 day away from this fight right here. We are going to get a undisputed champion, heavyweight champion, the first time in 2 decades. There will be an undisputed heavyweight champion. All divisions should be like that. I guess guys can quit ducking so much, unless you're like a little, who was it? Riddick Bowe back in the day, and he threw his championship in the garbage because he didn't want to fight. Who was it? Vander Holyfield, I believe. Is one of them. Yeah, unless you're just gonna duck like that, you gotta relinquish the belt. But yeah, these guys have to fight each other. It's gonna be Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Both of these guys, in my opinion, probably shouldn't be champion right now. We remember what's his name got dropped by my man Ngannou, and then Usyk got dropped by Dubois from that body shot, and then they said it was dirty or whatever. So yeah, they probably shouldn't be champion, but the contract was signed. It's a big money fight, and it's going to bring a lot of attention, especially to unification. As you can see, like I say, it's the first time in 2 decades, and you can see the picture here with the last time it was unified. Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, another a guy from the same country as Tyson Fury. So be very interesting to see if he can unify the belts. But we will play a small clip, and we will be right back. You can hear what is going on with that fight.
I'm gonna knock this little fucker Spark out. I'm coming for his heart. That's what I'm coming for. Fuck his belts. I'm coming for his fucking heart. He's getting it tomorrow. Spark out! Kid. All his team do. Fuck a lot of them. They can all get it if they want it too. It's Tyson.
Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting. Tyson Fury's trying to hype that match up, as you can see here as well. This is going to be the trophy championship. When they unify it, they're going to get this special belt from the WBC as a unification trophy, basically. And right now we got our guy in the building, Cole. What's going on, Cole? Oh, Cole's in there. What's going on, man? Nothing much, man. Hope you see I'm touching on the boxing. I know you like boxing, so what you got on it?
Man, you know what time it is. That man Usyk finna dominate. We ain't got time for it. We ain't even finna play.
You think Usyk gonna dominate him?
Usyk about to dominate. You feel me? Tyson Fury feet too slow. He can't even touch him. I'm gonna be honest.
But he got that long reach, and he's 6'9".
His punches are slow though.
Yeah, he got a little pop in that punch though. It's not really like super knockout power, but as you can see, it wears you down. All that weight he got on him.
Yeah, it's when he punches, it's like death by like 1,000 cuts, as they call it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think Tyson gonna get it. I think number one, he's got an injury. I don't know if you saw that. He's got that scar tissue over his eye. I guess it came from training camp. And so Usyk is probably going to aim for that, try to end the fight early off of technicality. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but also you see Usyk has been a couple clips. There was another clip with Anthony Joshua. He don't like getting body shots, man.
He don't. But that's the thing though. Like Tyson, that's the thing. Like when you're that tall, and Usyk is only like 6'1"-ish.
Right.
But when you're that tall, you gotta like reach for those body shots. Like you have the advantage when it comes to wingspan, but positionally, you have to like aim down for those body shots.
Right. What's his name? Anthony Joshua's pretty tall himself. He got him in the body pretty good.
Yeah, but they're like closer in height. I think Joshua's like I think AJ's like 6'4", 6'5".
Okay.
But there's a difference between 6'4", 6'5" versus 6'1", and 6'9" versus 6'1". like that's a way bigger difference.
Yeah, it's I think it's gonna be an interesting fight. As long as that I don't get opened up pretty early, because they'll stop the fight on that. And I don't want to see the fight end like that. I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight.
That's you thinking? Oh, go ahead.
No, you thinking Usyk's gonna stop him?
No, Usyk. That's the thing. Like, neither of these guys really have like that in they punches. Like,
right?
They don't really have that pop. But I feel like it's gonna come down to who hit who more And I feel like he's just not going to be able to hit Usyk as much as he needs to.
Right, like for even when he fought Tyson Fury, I mean not Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. When Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, he was wearing him down with that size, and the punches kept hitting him, and over time, it knocked Deontay out, but nothing like Deontay dropped him with a couple punches, easy.
Yeah, but like that's another thing though. Like with Deontay, you can hit him because his feet are bad, his head movement's bad. You are going against the complete opposite where Usyk got like the best movement in the division because he's really a cruiserweight. Like I don't know. This could be a very bad matchup for him. And we didn't even talk about like. Oh, go ahead.
No, said former undisputed cruiserweight champion at that.
Right. And we didn't even talk about it being Southpaw versus Orthodox. Like this could be a very bad matchup.
Styles make fights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested, man. I just like it. I mean, being able to, I put this picture up, seeing the last time the belts was unified, 2 great Hall of Fame fighters right there, put on some great matches in the sport. And so I'm happy to see that, especially this summer, you see all these guys fighting each other, man. It's awesome to see it.
Yeah. I think they're like it's 2 things as to why we're seeing this now. MMA, like in UFC, title fights be happening off tweets. Like, you think you're this good, I don't like you, title fight. And that's just it. Dana just make it happen.
That's almost like WWE right there.
Right. But it's like real life. Like
right, real life, yep. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Yep.
and then the second thing is that Tank Garcia, it just said like that showed us like, oh, it's not because they're boxers. They're just scared.
Yeah. I'm talking about Garcia didn't duck no smoke.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like usually the argument, because there's this discourse where it's like MMA versus boxing, and in MMA they're like, oh, when we want to fight, we just fight.
Right.
And boxers had this narrative where they were like, oh, well, we got to figure out the contracts and the dates and the locations and all that.
Right.
But then Tank and Garcia just get it done, and it puts all the other boxers on notice, like, oh, like I have to fight. Like this is the standard. Like people are going to expect me. They're going to expect the fights that we want to see, and when we don't give it to them, I don't get paid.
Yeah, and then Turkey Al-Sheikh over there, was it Saudi? He's trying to put that Crawford. You say what?
I said he get it done.
Yeah, he's trying to put Canelo Crawford together by the end of the year, or at least early 2025. That's going to be a huge fight. But he's putting the money up, man, and that's part of it. And then guys just, hey, you lose. If you're a great fighter, you'll get some wins back. But some guys, it's going to get you better on that night, or they're better than you. So it's saying, UFC, you see guys got plenty of losses and still Hall of Fame fighters.
Anderson Silva.
Was it John Jones? I think the only one that don't have a lot of losses, right?
Yeah, John Jones, GSP, and Demetrius Johnson. They don't have a lot of losses.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you see? I don't know if it's official. Do you see he's supposed to be fighting later this year?
Yeah, that tweet and delete saying he was fighting in Madison Square Garden on November 9th.
Is that true?
Nah, he's capping. He just ducked Tom Aspinall. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I don't be like to post stuff right away, because like you never know what's real and whatnot. Did you see the Tank and Floyd is going at it?
Yeah,
Floyd posted that his fight got canceled.
Look. So I was on Instagram and I saw Tank's story, and it was like a report, and it was like they paid Floyd $1 million to like speak and do like a press thing, and Floyd didn't show up, and then Tank was like, he back scamming again. That just had me dead, bro.
They've been going at each other for a minute. Ever since the Garcia Haney fight, they've been going back and forth.
Yes.
He's saying in Dubai trap because he stole some money. So then Bill Haney came out yesterday on a post and said it was true, basically.
Oh my God. Floyd,
Oh
fight back.
man, you say what?
I said Floyd, fight back, bro. Fight back.
Fight back, and speaking of that, he's supposed to again. I heard he's supposed to have another exhibition
Yep.
against he fought him before. What's the guy's name again? Mayorga.
Mayorga.
What's the guy's name? He fought him before. He beat him already. Forgot who it was, but yeah, he's supposed to have another exhibition later this year.
Man, I don't like. I get it, like for the love of the game, but Floyd, your hands break so often.
Yeah.
Like literally physically break so often. Like you gotta stop fighting, bro. You have to. You gotta stop fighting.
It's the money, man. And then again, with all these people saying he scamming money or whatever, and there's rumors about his possible problems or whatever. Maybe he got to fight, keep some money coming in. I don't know. You never know. It is an easy bag. They willing to pay you easy $20 million to put on an exhibition. It's hard to say no.
I mean, yeah. I guess, man. Floyd, sit down, please. Please. Go be a grandfather.
Yeah. We're gonna switch it up a little bit here, man. I don't know if you seen I know you seen the game yesterday. You see your guy Ant Edwards and Georgia on top.
Hey, Georgia on top, man. Y'all heard what he said after game 5. We'll see y'all in game 7. He won't worry about that loss.
Yeah, man. Epic game on Sunday. I'm getting, as T.O. says, get your popcorn ready. I think it's either going to go two ways. Either Denver's going to put the mud hole in them, or it's going to be a close game, and we should be coming down to a good finish.
That's the thing, though. Like, I want to say it's going to be a close game, but whenever the Timberwolves have beat them, they beat the life out of them this whole series.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
But Mike Conley is like, I was trying to figure out, like, dang, like the Timberwolves had looked really bad, like them last like 2-3 games. But then I remember, like, Mike Conley isn't there. So if you take away a 40% 3-point shooter and a ball handler away from a team that already has like a shaky offense, it looked bad. Like,
and he's clutch on top of that.
He is. Like, I think yesterday he only had like 13 points, but that 13 felt like 25. Like,
yeah, he's efficient with the ball. He knows where to distribute and get you your shots, and of course he gets his. He doesn't have to be the number one. He's been doing that since college when he played with a guy that should have been a Hall of Famer. What if Greg Oden looked like my dad in college?
Oh my god!
Oh,
the guy that drafted before KD.
Yep, but hey, had he panned out, man, it'd have been worth it.
Yeah, he was nasty. I went back and did my research. He was nasty.
He was nasty. Think about when he played with Portland; they was nice. Him, Aldridge. What was it? Brandon Roy at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he could have stayed healthy and played at least a 10-year career. There's been some changes in the NBA. Imagine didn't he go to Cleveland for a little bit with Bron? Can you imagine him being in his prime with Bron?
Man,
crazy.
Injuries suck, bro.
Yeah, injuries suck. Rouse people. But we're gonna keep talking about a little bit of hoops. I meant to put this on the show with us several weeks back. You may have been gone. But who's a bigger disappointment?
You want me to say, like, from my perspective?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say the Bucks were a bigger disappointment because I never expected the Suns to win anything.
Okay.
I knew this team was bad.
I got you. Yeah, they're both disappointing. But I think the Bucks are a little bit more disappointing, especially what they had a decent start with the other coach, Adrian Griffin, and then they falter like that. Yeah, I think that to me it's I was just hoping that Phoenix at least made the playoffs. Especially when Bill didn't, play most of the season, I didn't really have a lot of hope. that they were going to go deep. But they made the playoffs. But the Bucks, they should be championship bound almost, or at least fighting for it.
Yeah, that whole season turned out pitiful. Like I can't like, especially with them getting like a coaching change and everything. That season turned out like horrid. That's why I just can't let it go.
Yeah, shout out to the team. BA he had some wings on the line, and it's him and Seven got the wings, the delicious. I don't know how many pieces they got, but they put the wings on the line. We're going to have to do something like that again next year on the show, on our shows. But I segue to this so we can also talk about these two teams here. I'm gonna play a small clip and we'll come right back to the show.
Do the Celtics look like a championship level team right now?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. They look like they looked when they didn't have Porzingis. They look like a team that could get to the finals that didn't really deserve to be there, but happened to get there because of injuries on the East and, lucking up a certain amount of times. The way that they're playing is frustrating. Because now it's like it proves Gil's point back when I was talking about how they move without the ball and they do certain things with their offense with Porzingis playing, which gave them a post presence where they could move without the ball and do other things. But now they're just stagnant on the outside. Everybody's taking a turn and they're just trying to go one-on-one. And then what Gil just said about them not being able to get by guys, they're making 4 or 5 moves trying to get by one defender, which it makes it look even worse. But the Celtics just, in total, they're playing like prima donnas. Yeah, they're playing like they know they can win, they're supposed to win, but they're playing to the level of the competition, which you're never supposed to do.
Yeah, so basically the same thing with them. Who would be a bigger disappointment if one of these two teams didn't get to the championship and win?
You know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna say the Nuggets. I'm gonna say the Celtics. I was going to say the Nuggets at first, but I realized that their competition is just so much steeper than what the Celtics had to face on the East.
Yeah. I agree with that. The West is a little bit deeper, more teams they have to worry about, especially they go in game 7. Looks like Boston is almost sweeping their way through the playoffs. But yeah, if they don't make it in this next round to either New York or Indy, that would be crazy.
Like they just like we're 2 rounds deep in the playoffs, right? Round 1, Jimmy's hurt. He don't play at all. You somehow still go 5. They either went 5 or 6 with Miami. I can't remember. I'm sorry, but I think they went 5 with Miami, right? Losing a game at home.
Yeah.
Then you get to a second round, right? And Donovan Mitchell is lighting you on fire, and you get up like, I think they were up like 1-1 or 2-1, and then it's announced that D Mitch is also hurt and can't play. So you pretty much got a cakewalk to the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets even better because not only are the Knicks themselves banged up, Indy is one of the worst defenses I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. What's going on, Seven Mitchell?
What's the word?
What's up, Seven?
All right, I ain't cooling.
What you see the topic here? What team did you
For what?
be disappointed if they didn't make it? They
Out
didn't
of
make
these
it
two,
out of these two. They didn't make it to the
th-
finals.
probably Boston.
Is how much easier it is for them.
Not so much easier. I feel like they've exceeded expectation all season, including the regular season. So to get to this point and fumble would just be kind of crazy. We've seen Denver. It would be definitely disappointing if Denver didn't go, but we've seen Denver show resilience. You know how they played against the Lakers. This round right now with Minnesota is really interesting. But this is also showing the heart of a champion. So if they was
Yeah.
to get eliminated, I wouldn't really, throw any dirt on them. But I would say Boston, they should definitely be more than favorite to, go into the final round.
Yeah. I probably would pick Boston too. I just think that this is supposed to be their year. Everything they get Porzingis back next round. So this coming up round. So um, yeah, they got no excuses. And I don't know if they don't get it pull it off this year. I don't know if they are going to pull it off.
Well, I don't believe that they're going to win it.
You think it's going to be Denver or Minnesota?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to beat really. Who else is it? OKC and
Denver,
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah, Dallas.
Boston could lose to all four of those teams, honestly. Home court advantage is going to be very pivotal, but Dallas has a champion and a superstar. OKC has a argued MVP for this season. Um, we know what Denver has, and you know Boston
Yeah.
is not going to be a cakewalk to win this one, and hopefully they don't get Title 18 over the Lakers.
Seven. Can we both agree that whoever come out the Western Conference Finals is winning?
I said Minnesota. That was my pick, but they scare me.
If
I
New
think
if New York go to the finals, they're going to win it.
Yeah, and that's where my
uh,
heart will be in it. My heart's with New York, but it's be
I
tough to
don't
beat a West Coast team.
I don't know because the West Coast teams left either have like ridiculous floor spacing or ridiculous defense or both.
That's
So
true.
I don't know.
They need to bring the
I'm
whole
only
squad back.
I'm looking at it from that. I'm just looking at it totally from a manipulation standpoint. I'm like, if the New York Knicks get to the finals, this thing is rigged and it's tailor made for them to win. There's some type of agenda that's already laid
You
out. But
think
if we
so?
talk, the New York Knicks is not good enough to represent no Eastern Conference this year in no NBA Finals. Cole laid it out as far as their path to righteousness has been tailor made. They, not to say that they don't deserve to be where they at, but just look at how they got here. Now it's really time to show and prove. Handle your business versus Boston, and I'll put some real respect on your name.
I I was about
Yeah,
to say if they put a B to A in Boston, then I can't say
yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
That'll be interesting.
well,
Um, well, let's I don't know if you've seen me talking about the NFL players, NBA players segment. Did you see that?
With Phoenix and Dallas, I mean Phoenix and Milwaukee, the most
No, no.
disappointing.
If NBA players can play in the NFL,
Oh, I never was jacking that. I wish I would have stayed on top of that when it first happened with Rivers
Boston.
and oh boy that played football because that was a real trending topic. I could have got some numbers off of that type of
Yeah,
topic, but no,
yeah.
I don't
I
agree
just
with
think it's
that.
interesting.
I, they're like football is so much harder mentally than what people think it is. Like I get it. Like most of the people in the NBA are like 6'5". They run fast, they jump high. But football is like really a really big chess game, and I just think they don't understand it.
Some of these guys in the NBA are divas and they want to be seen. You put that helmet on, you lose your face card. People ain't even gonna know who some of y'all is. So these dudes need to cut the crap.
Yeah. Football is like I I think I was watching Lou Will, and he was like, "Yeah, I understand." He was like laying out the skills of football, and he was like, "Man, shooting the jump shot is harder than all of that. Shooting a jump shot is not harder than throwing a ball 60 yards. It's not harder than catching a ball while you're getting hit. Like it's not like, come on, bro. It's not harder than reading an offense. It's not harder than shooting gaps as a linebacker. It's not harder than any of that.
And that's just basic levels of football. When you talk about throwing the football, you got different types of passes now, over the shoulder passes and bombs and lobs and bullets. There's so many different things that you got to understand. But for real, you never really in history seen a bunch of NBA players wanting to be football players. Everybody want to be basketball players, even NFL niggas. So I don't know why Austin Reeves even started this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dumb because it's like literally, if we wanted to end this conversation, then the baseball players would start talking and be like, "Do my sport,"
Yep.
like straight up.
He been doing a lot of chatty though. I think Austin Rivers trying to get that media spot. Like he right under Kendrick Perkins.
Bro, he
He's
said
uh
he
he's
said
he's
Doc
getting trending,
Rivers.
definitely.
Yeah.
He said Doc Rivers saved JJ Redick's career. That is the craziest thing I ever heard.
Wow.
Hey, Doc came back and did you see his response? What on Stephen A. Smith show?
What did he
I
say?
He
what he
said the
say?
same thing. JJ best time in his career was when he played for him.
That's a lie. He put up better numbers in Philadelphia. That's a lie.
Yep, he came out and said it. It was a couple days ago, actually.
Wow, man, Doc and his son delusional. That's crazy.
Um, I know we talked about the fight that's happening tomorrow, but did y'all see the presser for this guy right here, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?
Nah, I missed it.
I'm gonna play a small clip.
Particularly your age.
Well, I don't see too many people critical about it. Look at this. Ha 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 ha.
Critics, I mean.
Excuse me?
Critics, people
Who?
in the industry.
Tell me who. Naming somebody.
Folks.
You? Who?
No, folks who say it. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
When in your career are you going to actually fight a contender in your weight class and not do gimmick fights?
I think he just called Mike Tyson a gimmick.
Mike Tyson's.
What did you just call me again?
I didn't call you anything.
What did you call me?
I didn't call you anything.
Mike going hard. You know how he do. He make you stand on it. But this is the fight. The age difference was brought up in that clip. We're getting closer and closer to it. This was it 16-ounce gloves. What do you think of this, Cole?
Yeah, Mike Tyson about to get put out. Respectfully, I understand he still has the technique and things like that, but Jake Paul's 27. He's big. He hits hard. That's really all you need against an older guy, especially an older guy with deteriorating bones. I'm not gonna lie.
What you think, Seven? I think you've responded to that already. I think you said you want Paul to win.
I mean, I don't want Jake Paul to win, but he gonna win, bro. You in boxing, and Mike is one of the greatest ever. So it's not like he don't know what I'm about to say. But you can't play boxing. And when Mike play around, we done seen the worst results when Mike play around in that ring. And who knows? I don't believe that Mike is going into this looking at boxing. I don't think he's going to try to kill dude, but Mike either going to get out of hand or he just going to lose because he. I don't think he's going to be focused on the actual mission. And every time people sleep on this dude, he always upset cat. So it just don't look good for Mike to me.
Yeah, man. The age thing, of course, is the thorough. It'd be 31 years basically by the time the fight happens. And I know he still got some pop. You probably don't want to get hit by him, but having to fight a long fight, a real fight against a young guy, 30 years younger than you. It's
That's
just
another.
gonna be a lot.
You think Mike is training for this with the same vision that Jake is? You see the you know what I mean? It's that's like Apollo Creed and the Russian, the way they was training that in Rocky Four. Like that's how I'm looking at this.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. I know I'm gonna tune in because I think we all going just to see what happens. But Jake is very big. I don't have the picture of him, like the more recent picture. He got real huge, and we've been seeing the clips of Mike Tyson, um, in the gym, still having the technique and the speed. We just don't know how long he can last in the ring and if he can take those punches still.
But that's the thing, though. People get it misconstrued. Mike Tyson's best attribute when he was boxing was his speed.
Speed.
Now that his speed is like it's not where it was, that's why he started losing at the end of his career.
Yeah. That jail time, like people don't know that he was supposed to fight Evander before he went to prison. So I really would have loved to have seen that fight when he still was in his prime. Still had the speed, still had the power.
Yeah, like this about to get ugly. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek at it. Um, but yeah, it was interesting. News conference. Y'all can go check it out. Netflix is getting all these sports, man. They what they just put in the bag? They put NFL in the bag a couple days ago. They're gonna get the Christmas game. They got boxing and they got wrestling, and I'm sure the NBA is gonna be coming on there pretty soon.
They need to do something. They're losing revenue.
Yeah. Well, I got one last topic. This is gonna be for both of y'all, but especially for Seven. Let me pull this graph down here. All right. So we got what, 4 teams or so left in the finals, or more than that, but it's close to 4.
Yep.
Right now,
Final four.
OKC, Dallas, Minnesota, and Denver. But this team in particular is your team, and these your guys.
Ain't my guys.
So
That's
One
my
of
guy.
I about to say one of them, yo, guy.
Y'all know I named my son after him.
Kyrie.
No cap.
Oh snap!
Dang.
Okay.
I just spelled it different, but yeah.
So the question I got for you is, at this age, the age Luka is right now, same when Kyrie was that age, who has the better career at the same age?
When Kyrie was Luca's age, who has the better career?
Yep.
How old was Kyrie in 2016?
In 2016,
I'm about to look it up right now. You know how I can do it.
I would have to say no. Only because Kyrie did nothing in Cleveland by himself.
At 25, he's 25 right now. Luka.
Yeah, Kyrie was 23 in 2016.
So by 2018, he left and went to
Boston.
Yeah.
Injuries.
Which they technically got to the conference finals, though. But would you say that's because of him or the team that they had?
No, because what have they done since then? That's where they've been at. So their foundation is Jalen and Jason, and they've been in that final Eastern Conference Finals position for multiple years. So Kyrie has no impact on that. I would say Luca when you comparing the two.
When you say Cole,
You know who I'm gonna say.
Kyrie.
No, absolutely.
But I need to know. I need to hear about this new era, though. I need to have this conversation before we get up out of here. I need to hear this because
Oh, for
if
sure.
if Anthony Edwards lose tonight, what
Sunday.
conversation are we having? or Sunday. What real conversation are we having now about that
I
if
already
there's a
told
new
you it's
era
still
now?
a new era right
So,
now, even with
yeah,
him losing.
it would then come down to Shea and Luca.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you talking about Americans
No, I'm
No,
talking about the conversation when we had the initial conversation. I put those three guys in there because they kind of, the
Oh,
youth. But overall, this whole postseason is kind of a changing of a guard, and it's like all the old guard is pretty much out of it. What the only person you can really say is Kyrie, and he ain't old.
what I'm
Ky-
asking you is how's it a changing of the guard when all the young guys, the guys who we were referring to being in that change in this era, because it wasn't no Luca and Jokic, they wasn't included. We was talking about Anthony Edwards and Shea, the real
And
young guys.
Jalen Brunson, and Jalen is going to probably go to the conference finals.
None of these none of these people have advanced to the third, have advanced past the second round. None of them.
Jalen's about to. Jalen's about to.
Hopefully, but none of them have. That's 3 to 4 people, and three of them don't have a chance, and 75% of them don't have a chance to. So I don't understand how is the era changed.
Well, just look at the teams that are even the teams that they're going to lose to. If they lose to, they're still not part of the old guard.
so is the four people Luca, Shea, Jalen, Hallie, or Luca, Shea? No, Luca, Shaylen, Jay, and Ant. That's the four people.
Jokic has been in this thing since LeBron and them won in 2020. So Jokic ain't a part of no new era. He
Right,
ain't a
right,
part. He not a part of LeBron era. He's not that old, but he ain't that new era.
right, right.
That
I agree.
so Dallas with
Okay,
what's
see,
his name with no,
Luca.
hold up,
Luka.
Dallas with Luca was in the
Hmm.
same playoffs, advancing in the bubble. So he has experience. He ain't no new dude. He ain't
He
won nothing
is.
yet.
He young.
He he ain't he not new. He's
And I'm
he's
talking about the
he's
youth movement, not new. I'm talking youth movement. He's youth. He's still
Oh,
who
25.
Luca. Yeah, he's youth, but we're talking about NBA years.
like new faces type. Like,
Yeah, the changing.
okay,
He's saying changing of the guard, and I'm like, okay,
but
it,
Luca been
But I
busting
don't
their ass.
consider Luca changed. He didn't change the guard yet. He just building himself up. He's
okay.
still
But I'm saying
solidifying himself.
those are two teams. So the other teams remaining is Boston. Jason Tatum and them is not no new kids, no new era. Jason Tatum was in the Eastern Conference Finals when LeBron was in Cleveland. So Boston ain't no new team.
Right.
So New York is so it's Jalen Brunson is the only thing that can really hold this argument down.
Or Edwards. He still can win Sunday.
Wait,
Hmm.
what about OKC? Are they?
OKC too. They could come back. I don't know. Dallas been looking pretty good against them.
Nah, Luca was busting their ass last game. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah.
to
He was beating up on them.
you. Luca
Um,
was.
But is it
but
fair to say? But is it fair to say this? Out of those new guys, two of them have to make conference finals.
Okay,
I think
okay.
Edwards proved enough already.
I think statistically that's gonna happen anyway though, because wait, no, you're not considering Luca a new guy. So you're right. You're right.
I
So
consider them new because they ain't won. Boston ain't won. I guess you can say Denver's not, okay? Because they
Boston
won a
didn't win.
championship. But I
Boston
still don't
ain't
believe
win.
they part of the old guard.
I think
Boston ain't win
Boston has.
because they lost.
I was about to say I think Boston has made so many conference finals that you just can't consider them new.
They played like I said they played LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals when he was with Cleveland.
I know,
Like I
but they were
consider
still
them
super
young.
young.
I
They were like
consider
the
them young.
OKC Thunder young.
Nah, they was younger than them actually.
Yeah.
They were 19 and 20.
They still under 30.
Yeah,
No, but
Tatum.
again, all I'm saying is this: I agree that the NBA is in good hands. But if we're saying who, so we're trying to say that the LeBron, KD, and Steph is not carrying the league no more.
Right.
I disagree with that.
Marketability,
That's it, not production.
not production.
Even though they've won 2 championships out of the last 4 years. They've won 50% of the championships in the last 4 years.
Hey, one of those guys is a fraud. I don't know.
Is that
Who,
for
Steph?
No, KD.
But I'm saying, out of
right?
those guys in the last 4 years, they've won 50% of the titles won in the NBA.
Right, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I
So
got you.
I'm
I got you on that.
so under those guys, who's next? It's the Lucas, the Jason Tatum's, the Jokic, the ones that was at the top for the MVP. That's the next era.
Yeah,
So I would think that they would be the ones more than the Anthony Edwards and the Shea Gildresses.
but I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think Tatum is as good as a player as SGA and the Lucas and you feel me?
But
Like
Hey,
he,
SGA is not. SGA is never going. I don't think he's going to take OKC to the conference finals that many times. So how are we going to measure it?
well, Tatum's had a good team since he was drafted. Like he was drafted into a good team.
But he was always the best player on that team every year.
No, no.
What year was who was better than Jason? What season?
Literally, Kyrie was better than him for like the first 2 years, and then we didn't know who. And then after Kyrie left, it was an argument between who was better
They went to the
between him and
conference
Jalen.
finals with Kyrie hurt.
Yeah, but it was him and Jalen was both going crazy though.
But we know, but who? So it was a question of who was the number one out of them two. I don't think. I don't think it
Yeah,
was never a question who was the number one out of those two. As far as who's the best player, not leader, but who was the best player. I thought it was a consensus that Jason was the best player out of those two always.
out the gate, nah. Even like when you rewatch that series, they're having an identity crisis on the court, like straight up.
What series?
Literally any series from 2018, they're having an identity crisis on the court.
They had one in the finals versus Golden State.
yeah.
That too, and Jalen outplayed him.
Yeah. Well, Jalen to me, that's
Jalen
what
outplayed
Jalen to
him.
me solidified to me that he was the actual leader of that team. But I just don't think night in and night out he's better than Jason Tatum.
Oh no, I don't think he's better than Tatum, but he outperforms him like frequently enough to be like, all right, buddy, you better lock in.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So if Ant Edwards does the unthinkable on Sunday and the
Hmm.
whole squad gets to the conference finals, do you feel he's arrived? They've arrived in?
He has already arrived.
I
What he
mean,
did
far
to
as new
KD,
face.
as far as new face, yeah, I don't know. What I'm saying is this, Hank. I'm not closing the door or none of the new faces. I'm embracing them. But to say that they have now taken over the league, to me, is just so disrespectful to the reality of what we done had. Like what for what we're saying they taking over. How have they taken over if they ain't really won anything?
Um, I
Because you're
don't know.
taking you're taking over an era from a guy from a LeBron who got 4 rings, a KD who got 2 rings, and a Steph who got 4 rings. And
I don't
again, uh
I don't think that's crazy to say though. Think about it like '07 Braun when he was averaging like 30, niggas was like, hey bro, Kobe, Kobe, you better watch out, buddy. That's the era we in right now. You feel me?
Could the next coming?
You're not gonna put players above Braun just because he's like 23. I think that's what I think the era we in right now.
I feel like this. I feel like the era has changed as far as style of play. More like it's this game has changed to be more of what we're about to see from these young guys. I feel like it's that, but I feel like those guys. I feel like no young guy has still have not won under that new era, under those new this new game we have. None of these new guys still have not won. So it's just like
Yeah.
we have to wait for these dudes to actually at least win one for us to feel like they've taken over something because the people that they supposedly taking it from won like got 10 rings within the last what 8 years 10 years.
So like so like how long how long before we was like, oh, like Braun is like that. Like he's the best player in the league type.
How
Because
long?
yeah, how long
How
before people was like considering that? 'Cause y'all know I was a baby, so how long before people was like considering that like he might be the best player in the league, even though he
they would
don't have a ring yet.
they wouldn't open their mouth to say it publicly until two I want to say 2010.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking
that
Kobe's era. Kobe's
You
era.
you would they wouldn't open their mouth to say it until after Kobe repeated because while Kobe was still in the mix, wasn't nobody. It was some people was feeling like that, but it wasn't no narrative. It was right after Kobe won his second and right before LeBron.
Got his
into the
first.
Heat.
Yeah, because Kobe started to get really hurt and all that, so that's when that kind of started.
That's crazy. Because me personally, I'd have been like, "Hey, bro," at like '09, even though he played bad against the Spurs, I'd have been like, "Bro, this nigga's crazy." Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you feel me?
But Anthony Edwards, though, I really like dude. He said he want to be the best on both ends of the basketball court. So
Mhm. Like
he different.
last night he hurt his tailbone, and it was so bad he wouldn't even get up. But then when he finally got off the court, he started full court pressuring Jamal Murray after hurting his tailbone. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this guy's
That's the
crazy.
greatness of being 22 years old though.
Facts.
He was 37,
Facts.
that'd be different.
But you know what's so crazy, and I ain't gonna hold y'all up. And I mean, I love this game, so it's not. I don't want to take nothing away from it. But
Right.
bro, let's say hypothetically, AE actually wins the title this year.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Rightfully so, people will put him at the top of the food chain. But this game is so crazy because look who he would have just jumped, leapfrogged
Surpassed.
over just because of the playoffs. Like, wasn't nobody talking about this dude in the regular season as being this? This
That's
same
it.
regular season that nobody put him in this same conversation, bro. This nigga could trump the whole NBA because of the playoff run. That is insane.
Yeah, like that, like. But that's the thing though, because I remember I've been agenda pushing all year long. I remember y'all niggas talking about, oh, he didn't deserve to be an all star over De'Aaron Fox. He didn't deserve to be an all star over. Shut up, bro. Look at him,
No,
bro.
he. When have we ever seen like? I'm gonna try to do some research because this would be a dope little top five list too. But what stars have like really become superstars because of the playoffs? Like they were okay players, they was good players, but the playoffs made them into some big ass like. I don't think we ever seen this before.
I mean, to be honest
Bro,
with you, the
I'm
playoffs made
telling you,
LeBron bigger.
Made
that's
LeBron,
true.
but no,
Bigger.
LeBron. Braun was known out of high school, Sports Illustrated. Braun was big before he was.
Playoffs made
Look,
him bigger.
look.
It did.
No, the playoffs made him legendary. When you in Sports Illustrated in high school, you're big. When you ain't playing on a basketball court, and Nike give you $90 million, you're big. LeBron was already big, and he played big. He always was big time. But I'm talking about Anthony Edwards was never considered to be like a. He wasn't in the top MVP nomination. Nobody considered him to be the best player in the world. His name don't come up, hasn't
I'm
come up in them conversations like that. But how can you deny it if he win this?
I'm about to give you the correct answer. '06 D Wade.
That
That's
was
close.
it. That was it.
That's close.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Well, yeah, I did say that during during the videos that this is his Dwayne Wade run.
That's perfect. That's
I'm
that's a
telling you.
perfect analogy. That's a perfect analogy as D Wade.
That's why I
He
see it.
truly, he truly became epic off of '06 finals.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think of
Outside,
more.
I
I'm sure
can't
there's
think
more.
of nobody. I mean, when I'm thinking of the top names in the league, like Steph, wasn't him, wasn't Kawhi, wasn't LeBron, wasn't KD, wasn't Harden,
But
Luca,
and
no,
then
no
seven,
MV.
seven. Think about this too. This Nick, this is why I'm saying. This is why I call him OC D-Way as well. D-Way won the 23. This nigga's 22 doing this, bro. Averaging 30 in the offs, playing
I didn't know
elite
he was
defense.
22 until the other day.
Yes, bro. He's
And you
22.
coming on a team who this is Cat's team. Like, I mean, this is Anthony Edwards' team now,
Just
but
coming
this
out, yeah.
this wasn't your team. This was Cat. They have a fairly young face for their team, who's an all-star
Right.
and a depoy.
Who did
So,
that? Who did that? Who did that a long time ago? That's one of the goats.
Who, Magic?
Michael Jordan.
uh, to who?
Magic?
Michael came in as a young buck and took over the team.
Oh,
But who there was an all-star in the face of the team when Michael got there? Remember, they was sorry when Chicago
Yeah, it
when
was,
he went to
yeah,
Chicago.
what's his name came there, but he was on the end of his career though. George Gervin and Artis
Who?
Gilmore.
Iceman?
The Iceman was there.
He played with Mike.
He played with Mike, and so did Artis Gilmore, which is a
Oh,
Chicago legend.
I ain't know that.
hey, I just learned
Detroit,
something new.
Detroit's in the building. That's a Detroit legend right there. Went to the same high school as me. Oh, I went to the same high school as him.
What y'all think
George
about the
Gervin.
WNBA this first week?
Man, man, Cameron Brink is a crazy ass defender, bro. That's
Yo,
a,
she is big time, bro. She made for LA. I'm like, damn, she like, yeah, she a star in the making. You can see it.
I haven't seen. I've
but
seen little clips, but I haven't watched anything yet.
Oh
I
man, you
we
got to
missed
lock
out.
in. You
We
got to
missed.
lock in.
I meant to text y'all in the Discord because they scream Angel Reese first game
They
on
they better
Twitter,
not never do that again.
but
I'm
it
gonna have
was
that
it
bitch
was
on playback.
it went great though. They got 67,000 viewers on Twitter
Wow.
because of Angel Reese.
Yeah, Baltimore's own.
Yo, if they do that shit again, bro, I'm gonna start. If they ever put any games on Twitter, bro, I'm putting that bitch right on playback. I wish I would have known that shit beforehand.
Man, well, I think they're gonna do it again too. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that
Watch,
content.
watch, because I'm gonna build the fuck out that room off of. You know how many people be in that room off of that shit? Because that shit ain't played nowhere else. The people ain't really hit. Because I had
Man,
no idea until you put it in the Discord that they was doing that shit. But what you think about Caitlyn struggling the first two games and Angel Reese her first game? What you think
uh,
about the performances?
this is honestly what I expected. Slow footed guard, jump shot reliant. It reminded me of Luca and Trey Young. They first year, like they struggled like the first half, but she'll get over it. Plus, the Indiana Fever are just terrible organizations, like horrible teams.
Yeah, what's her name? I seen she had some troubles, but she looked like she got the mindset to get over it. She just needs some more reps and time to get through it. Her rookie year.
But heck, I don't like with the NBA. Like, I mean, I get it, but they've been doing some little shaky, little shady stuff for real. Like they did the little charter thing with the airplanes, and they doing all this little promotion, and they kind of making it seem like it's because of Caitlyn that now the WNBA got the charters, and that could be partially true, right? Then you
Right.
put the Caitlyn games on national TV. She done had two games right now. One was on and they both was on television. Angel, their plane wasn't even a charter, the first joint. So they didn't even get chartered. And then none of their games been televised. That's why they threw this shit on Twitter. So it's just like they ain't showing Angel. I mean, she getting love. Don't get me wrong, but you can tell her there's a little bit of a back
Opportunity.
behind the scenes level with Kate and Angel when it come to promoting her. And
All
I'm
they
like,
got to do is win. Go out because you got what's her name, Cardoza
yeah,
and
but she hurt.
Angel. Yeah, she hurt right now, but if they win, it'll take care of itself. Of course, they'll push as much as they can on Caitlyn, but if Chicago can win, it changes everything.
Now Chicago lost their first game the other night to Dallas, but Angel played okay. Um, Caitlyn struggled both of her games, and her team is not good, like Cole said. So I mean, and I'm thinking like, can Angel have a better career than Caitlyn?
Oh yes, Oh yes.
Because Cole, I had to think back for a minute, not to cut you off, but I had to think back to like college men's basketball. Like how many crazy superstar college players have we seen do amazing things in college, and then when they go to the next level, or they might not even make it to the next level, like the Bobby Hurleys and all these guys. And I'm like, is Caitlyn, could she potentially be one of them? And now that we in the big leagues, Angel will be the one that really be productive at the
They
end of the day
gotta.
out of those two.
Caitlyn gotta work. They got to. They're gonna do everything they can to make it work for her. They need her to be a star.
That's the thing though. In the WNBA, like it's kind of like how the NBA. It kind of mirrors the NBA. Like the best player in the world, big man. The second best player in the world, big man. And then the whole top 10 is just riddled with big men. And
Right.
so it's like, well, I'm sorry, big women. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it, if you're a big woman and you develop your skills, you can most certainly have a career better than
Caitlyn.
Caitlin Clark.
And she can shoot that thing, man, and she got some, them dribbling skills. I think, of course, if she gets better, even better, it's gonna be dangerous. I think she can have a
But
great career herself, and they need her
but
to,
but,
to actually work out for the league.
but see, this is the problem with Caitlyn that I've seen, and I'm not the biggest analyst, but unfortunately for her, everything that the naysayers were saying, the haters before she started her season, everything they were talking about is right. The physicality, all this shit is, and it's a learning curve and it's expected, but you can tell she hasn't adjusted to it yet. Like they just beating her ass up, and she ain't really able to get in them shots that she was getting at Iowa. Now she been putting them up and getting a couple little baskets. I think she had like 20, 21 in her first game, but
Yeah.
she Indiana really just gonna have to like decide to go through her. Like they just need to stop whatever they doing. They can't let her try to figure that team out. They need to go through her. Let you know what I'm saying? Like win or lose, build off of her. Like I know they got Aaliyah
That's
Boston. Aaliyah probably is the best player, but this girl, if you don't let her go right now and do her thing, bro, she just gonna be a regular player to me. That's what
they,
I see.
they need to Steph Curry her. And what I
Yeah,
mean by that,
yeah. Green
let
light.
her play off the ball. Because whenever she touched that rock, they are fucking cooking her. But she got
Yeah,
triple teamed in her first game.
yeah,
Triple
yeah,
teamed.
yeah, yeah.
Steph Curry the life out of her, bro.
Yeah,
Make her play off that
I
ball.
think
It'll open up everything else. But I do not feel like she needs to be a point guard right now.
Playoff ball.
the league gonna make sure she gonna be all right. They're gonna do what they can. Plus, you got her name. What's her name coming in a few years? That could be a star too. Juju.
Oh yeah, Juju gonna be
Um,
a dog. It don't matter.
How
um,
long though, Hank? But for how long
what?
does the W hold her hand? Like how long does she build? How long does she keep this impact
Oh,
if she don't win or perform good?
well, number one, she's a rookie, so. But I mean, they're gonna put it on for a few years, and I mean, as long as she gets better, and they're making money. Oh, they're definitely gonna put it. They're gonna keep. They're gonna continue to help her as long as. I mean, she has to get better as well, perform well. But as long as the money's coming in and she performs up to a good standard, they're gonna look out for her, or
But
go on to the next person, like Juju or something.
you think that sponsors and advertisers is gonna fuck with somebody that don't need the average single points a game? You don't think her following and shit gonna go down?
She's not gonna. I don't think she'll average no single points a game. I don't think it's gonna go that far.
No, single points is crazy.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think that's
crazy.
gonna happen.
All right.
Yeah, single points is crazy.
I
She
hope.
already she had what the one night she had a bad game. She had 20 still.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
even
but when
think
she had a
Lexi
second
Brown.
game, she had 2 games already,
Oh yeah,
and
she
she scored
she got
shit.
a
She didn't
stinker.
in that second game, so she averaging right now probably like 12.
I don't think. Bro, I don't even think Lexi Brown averages single digits. I don't
Yeah.
know about that one.
You don't like Lexi?
No. Lexi's good, really good shooter, but that's like it.
I watched some of her highlights yesterday for the first time. She looked. I thought she was driving. I was like, no, she can play.
No, Lexi's main thing is shooting.
Oh, she's a shooter.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, guys, I'm about to head on out on this one. You got any
All right,
plugs you
brother.
want for your channels?
Oh no, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Come on over to Lakerland, y'all. Y'all know what time it is and how we give it up, man, all year round when it comes to our Los Angeles Lakers. It's always a story. Right now, we in the mix of trying to figure out a head coach, so make sure y'all come on over to Lakerland and join the family. You know how we do.
Yep, Colonel Lakerland. I'm about to drop. I'm in the process of cooking up this LeBron video right now. Seven's not gonna
Oh, you,
like it, but it
he
is what it
going
is.
up, wow, he
Yep.
going at Go Days. That's the word. Cole, I sent you up. So I sent you this. I sent you the money for the membership to grab a membership for the channel too. I sent cash that to you earlier today and shit.
Okay, I'm gonna go get it. But yep.
Yeah, man, we let rocking and so. Hank, you know what
Ma-
time it is, bro. All day, every day.
For sure. I appreciate y'all joining the show again. Make sure everybody that's here, again, hit the like button, subscribe to everybody's channel. I just showed you the playback room, and of course, Lakerland is going to be on all socials as well. Help support the channels and to help everybody grow.
Shout out to
Um,
BA.
yeah, BA, get your bars up. I mentioned him earlier today too. He might be watching. He can hit the chat if you can, BA. But yeah, we'll be back here next Friday again, same time, 6. We might be a little bit adjusted sometimes. We haven't as Draymond Green, your regular live. So, but we'll be here anyway, coming into the show. And we'll see you later. Enjoy the weekend, and there's the games that are coming on tonight and tomorrow, and the fight tomorrow.
You
Yes,
already know.
Lord.
Know that.
All right,
All right,
guys. Hold
fellas.
on real quick.
Okay.
Peace, guys.
All right. Peace.